Okay, in this final video, you are going to learn how to create a number sequence when I give you both a rule and a starting number to start the sequence with. So, I know this looks complicated, but we'll kind of work through it. It says use the information below and the calculator, so you'll be able to use a calculator to fill in the chart. So the information says we have pattern J, and the rule of this pattern is going to be to add 13. And then the starting number, term 1, the first term in the sequence is 3. So I'll be honest, even though the chart ends with the starting number, that's actually where I like to begin. If you look at the table below, it says pattern J. We're naming the pattern because that's what it's called. And it says term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, term 5. I could keep going because sequences continue. But I already know term 1. It actually tells me what term 1, the starting number is term 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in a 3 there because it tells me that. Now, in order to figure out what term 2 is, that's where the rule comes in handy. So I know that the rule to go from term 1 to term 2 is I simply need to add 13. Now, of course, I'm letting you use a calculator. When you have a tool, use it. You know, if you're having to hammer in a nail, sure, you might have a stick, but if you have a hammer, it makes a whole lot more sense. So 3 plus 13, type that in the calculator, boom, I get 16. So I know that term 2 is 16. The rule is going to repeat. So I know 16 plus 13 more gets me 29. And again, to figure out term 4, I'm going to take 29, add 13 because that's the rule, and I get 42. And then last but not least, to figure out term 5, I'm going to add 13 to 42, and I get 55. So all you need to do, even though we can see the rule comes first in the information, the starting number is key. You need to know where term 1 is beginning. So let's take another example. This time I have pattern H. My rule is to multiply by 4, and my starting number, my term 1, the first term in my sequence, is a 2. So I know down below, pattern H, term 1 is going to be a 2. That's the Captain Obvious part. Now I'm going to use the rule to do the math part. To get the next term, I'm going to multiply by 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And I'm going to do the same thing. The rules repeat. 8 times 4 is 32. Use the rule again. 32 times 4. Again, if I need to use a calculator, I can. 128. And last but not least, to go from term 4 to term 5, multiply by 4, and I get 512. So what I would like you to do is the last section of this pattern paper is you completing a table just like this with the information you're given, the rule and the starting number. Good luck.